All right, everybody, this is Saturday. This is a quick video for my good friend Mike. Mike, this is for you, my brother. Mike asked me to create a video to show him how he can backtest on TradingView. So we have a strategy that I call the Vince Trade, and this is a micro futures day trading strategy that we're using. We have a trading room every morning we get in, and it's going great, and it's a great way to start the day off. You can get a free trial to that room if you like. Just email me and I'll get you in there. And we're seeing a lot of success with this day trading strategy. In fact, if you go to here's my YouTube channel. If you go down to my YouTube channel, the one we just made, here, look for the scaled up video and go towards the end of that. So these are basically, this is a 0 DTE trading strategy that I have that I put on every day, and I just record the entire session and then post it to YouTube. And it's based on a certain set of criteria, which I can also share with you if you want. Just go ahead and reach out to me and let me know. But if you go to the end of this particular trading session, this was a trading session where we scaled up our 0 DTE trade, our first scale up. But at the same time, while I'm trading the 0 DTE trade on a different monitor, I have this Vince trade going. And if you just go to the end here, like around, where is it? It's like right in here, like say 33 minutes, 40 seconds. I'll go ahead and play it here. Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you what we got going on today with the Vince trade. Here's the Vince trade. So again, these are all prop accounts. We're trading this micro futures day trading strategy with. And I need to get out of these positions right now. So I'm going to say
order filled.
There we go. So you can see that I have 14 accounts with these. Again, this is a prop account, so it's not even my money. I'm trading using their money, so I have none of my own personal money at risk. I have 14 accounts. They allow you to have multiple accounts. So I have 14 here, but you only trade, you can link them all together. So you only trade in one account, and then they're all just automatically linked, and they replicate all the way through all of them. So today we're kicking some serious. So we have $335 per account. So 335 times 14 accounts is $4,690 for the day. That's just today. And again, that's with none of my own personal money at risk. So this is a good. So that's the, go check out that video and check out my Vince Trade, my other Vince Trade videos, or just go ahead and reach out to me. Email me and let me know you'd like to learn more, and I can hook you up with the free trial of the room, the free training on how to trade this strategy, and we can go from there. But one of my good friends, Mike, out there, he asked me if I could make a video just to kind of show him the basics of setting up the back test in TradingView. So I use this TradingView chart here for the Vince trade, and this is the 4 different indexes that we trade on. So up here in the upper left is that's the ES, the MES, where you're trading micros. Over here in the top right is the MYM, lower left is the Russell, and then the lower right is the MNQ. So Mike, this is for you. I'm just going to show you how we go about back testing this, how to use this TradingView platform to do this. So I sent you the link to this actual chart. I just copy the link and I send it to you, so you have this exact chart saved in your settings. And if anyone else out there wants this as well, just go ahead and reach out to me and I can show you how to get it. But basically what you want to do, once you have this saved to your TradingView, you come up here and just make sure that it's selected. And then to navigate these screens, let's just focus on this upper right one here. This is the MYM. So to zoom in and out of this, I have a little wheel, like a scroll wheel on my mouse. And if I set my mouse just hover over this chart area, and I roll that scroll wheel towards me, it shrinks the chart down. You can see I'm just rolling it towards me. You can get back in time. You can see the dates and the times down here. This is the 19th of January. This is the 21st. If I keep scrolling back using that wheel, you can see you can go back to the 18th. You can continue to go way back just using that. Now, if you don't have a scroll wheel on your mouse, another way you can zoom in is just set your mouse over all these stacked blocky numbers here on the right. And if you click your mouse here, click and hold it down, and then pull down on your mouse, you can see how you shrink it down that way. You can shrink it down up and down wise. Or if you want to zoom in up and down wise, it's just the opposite. You take your mouse over these colored areas, you click the mouse down, and then you scroll up. And you can just do that several times until you get as close as you want. And as you're doing that, you can also just kind of reposition the chart just by taking your mouse, clicking anywhere on the chart, holding the mouse down, and position it to where you want. Now, if you want to zoom in left and right, you just come down here, the same thing with the mouse. You bring your mouse down here to the bottom where you see these times. This is the time of day. and you click your mouse. You see that little arrow, that little back and forth arrow that appears there on the mouse once I'm hovering over that? You just hover your mouse over that, and you click down on your mouse. And then while you're holding the mouse down, you scroll to the right to shrink it. And you scroll to the left with your mouse, holding the mouse button down to zoom in. So you can get in as close as you want just by doing this and repositioning the chart. See, I'm zooming in closer and closer. Reposition the chart. Scroll down here to the left to zoom in more and more. Over here on these numbers stacked on the right, hold your mouse down and scroll up, and you can say, I can just zoom all the way in. And Mike, you had mentioned that these blue dots, this is the plotting of the actual MYM. This is a 2-minute chart I'm looking at right now. And you can see each of these blue dots represents 2-minute stake. Every 2 minutes, you'll see another one of these blue dots appear. And Mike, you were saying to me in your email that you couldn't see those dots. And that's probably because you're so zoomed out. Once you zoom out to a certain length away, you can no longer see those dots. You just see the blue line. So in order to see those, you just need to zoom in. And you can use your mouse wheel. If you have a wheel on your mouse, like a scroll wheel, or if you don't, just take your mouse down here to these times of day, hold your mouse down, zoom in over here, zoom in, just by holding your mouse over this, clicking the mouse button, and zooming in. That's how we navigate this chart to position it the way we want. Now real quick, I'm going to show you how we go ahead and just run the back test on this. So to run the back test on this strategy, what we want to do, we come up here in TradingView to this little area up here that says replay, this little button up here that says replay. Click on that. And when you click on that replay button, you'll get this extra window down here underneath all these charts. You can see it down here. It's like in the black area, but you can still see it. It has like a play button right there. It has a play button with a line. It has this 1x. And if you click on that, you can see the different speeds. This allows you to play the back test at different speeds. 10 times is quick, and 0.1 is very slow. So I have mine at just 1 right now, which is kind of in the middle. And then what you want to do is once you've clicked that and you get this bar, if you hover your mouse over the chart, you'll see this blue line up here with the little scissors. And basically what you're going to do is you just want to scroll back in time to the point in time that you want to start to back test. So let's just, and you can navigate by, see this little blue box here at the bottom. As I scroll, it says RE. Friday 19, January 24, 5:14. So that's just the date and time. So you can use it by date and time, or you can just kind of look at the chart to see where you want to go back to. Once you find the spot in the chart where you want to start your back test, you just click your mouse, and that's going to use these scissors here that you see on the screen. It's going to cut the chart back to that starting time point. I'll do that now as I click the mouse. And see how it just cut it. And then we can just reposition it with our mouse, and we can zoom in. So we've gone back in time now, basically on the chart, to that point where I just used the scissors to cut. And I want to zoom in. I want to keep zooming in until I can see my dots. So I'm continuing to zoom in, reposition, zoom in, reposition. And that looks pretty good right there. I'd like to see all these bands here in the window, in my back test. And then to back test, you simply just come down here and click this play button. And that'll start the chart moving from this point in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this chart moving. I'm going to hit the play button. You'll see this blue dot start to move forward as time progresses. And then down here with these blue and red buy sell buttons, we can take trades in this back test, and I'll show how that works in a minute. So to start this playing, I'm just going to hit the play button, and then if I want to pause it, I'll just click it again, and that will pause it. So I'm going to click play now, and just watch that blue dot. You'll see it start to move. See that? It's just ticking along, 2-minute ticks. And then when I back test, I'll just let this thing play until it gets to a point where I actually want to do a trade, where I want to do a simulated back test trade. I want to enter it or exit it. In this case, we haven't put a trade on yet, so we're going to enter a trade. So, depending on what the parameters are, if you reach out to me, I can show you how to get all the rules and all of the different parameters that you want to look for while you're back testing this Vince trade. Just reach out to me and I can show you where you can get that. But let's say, for example, in this trade, we wanted to place a trade right here. We would just come down here, hit the pause button, and our play button down here. So we paused it, and we come down here, and let's say we want to sell. We want to sell a micro MYM contract right here at this point. So we just click the sell button. And when I click the sell button, you can see this little red window up here show up that says -1. So that just shows our current position now. So we just entered that position in the back test. We sold one contract, and then we can see in this number here where you see the grayed out 0.00 US dollar, that will show us the current value of this trade as we start to move forward. So keep your eye on that. And then I'll come back here and I'll just hit that play button again to start ticking forward. So I hit play, and you can see this thing start to move around. The blue dots, the chart is going again at 2-minute increments, and you can see the dollar and loss showing up here in this window here. So we're showing like a $13, $15, $19. So you can see your current P&L for this actual position right there. And then when you hit a spot where you want to get out of the trade, let's just say we want to exit here. We just hit pause again. We can see how much we made in this trade, this back tested trade. We had 36.50, and then to close the trade, we just come down here and we say flatten. See the flatten button right there? So I'll hit flatten, and when I hit flatten, you'll see that amount appear over here. It's like, think of this as like your bank, your total account value. I'll just think of my bank. I'm going to put this money that I just made in this trade into my bank here. So I'll hit flatten, and you can see there it just went into the bank. The trade is closed now. These little arrows show where you entered. So we sold there. We bought there, and that's it. I'll do one more just to make sure that it makes sense. So I'm going to hit play again. So I hit play, and you can see it ticking again. So we just wait until we either hit one of our entry points that are outlined in the rules, which I can get anyone out there who's interested. I can show you how to get that. Just email me or go over to my website and sign up for my free email newsletter. You'll get a welcome email. When you do that, just reply back to that welcome email and let me know that you'd like to know the rules for the Vince trade and how to get set up. I'll get back to you and we'll go from there. So let's just say that we reached a point where we want to enter a trade. And since we went short last time, let's say right here we want to get long. So again, what I do is I pause it, hit that play button to pause it. And here's where it's paused at. So if I want to buy a contract now, I'll just hit the buy button. I click the buy button. You can see here, this little window appears where it says 1. So we have one contract that we just bought. As we continue forward in this back test, you can see the profit and loss for just this specific position appear here in this window, just like before. And then let's just go ahead and hit play. We can see that thing start to tick. So it's ticking forward again. You can see that we have a -$4 loss, a +$2 loss. Our current P&L for this position is right here. And let's just say that we want to exit right there. So I just hit the pause button again. It shows you how much we made on this particular trade, 32 bucks. And now I want to just close the position. So I'll say flatten, and it'll add this $32 to my bank down here. So I'm going to hit flatten. You can see it added. So now our total made is $68.50. So Mike, hopefully that helps, as well as anyone else out there who didn't know how to backtest on TradingView. It's very simple. It's a really nice feature. And again, if you want to learn more about this specific strategy, like the rules for getting in and out of a position, it's the same rules that we use every day in our morning trading room, where we take this strategy, the Vince strategy, which is right here. We take that and then we apply it, like we add leverage to it by using the prop accounts and the ability to have multiple accounts within a prop account, which allow us to stack these accounts and just connect these accounts all together so that we just have to make trades in one account only. We don't have to make a trade in each of these accounts. We just make a simple trade, which is this trade, the Vince trade, and we do it in one account, but these are all linked together, so it just duplicates it and replicates it. And you can see the kind of power we can get by doing that, by using the super simple Vince trading strategy and combining it with this prop account strategy, these multi-prop account strategies, where in this case, you can see that I made $4,690 just one day. So again, if you'd like to learn more about this strategy, just reach out to me, email me, or leave a comment in the section below. I'll also put a link in the description where you can get a free PDF download and video link to everything we just went through in this strategy. So just go ahead and click that, or you can just go over to my website, join me there. And as soon as you join me in my free email newsletter, you'll get a welcome email from me. Just reply back to that welcome email and let me know that you'd like to learn more about the Vince trade, and I'll get back to you and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for this one. See you next time.